Hi guys, welcome to Manhood Explained. My name is Camille. Today is 13th of June 2020. Welcome to video number 169. Today we're going to talk about self-awareness. And it is one of my favorite subjects, and if you watched previous videos, previous two of them, so 167, 168, you understand like why I'm talking about it, because one kind of is built on another. So we talked about self-confidence, and I told you that self-confidence is how you act. And to have self-confidence, you'll have to have self-esteem, which means that you feel good about yourself, you feel confident. That's self-esteem. And because of the self-esteem, you act with self-confidence. But to have self-esteem, I told you they're going to need self-awareness. And I'm going to talk about it today. And even though the self-awareness as a concept itself, it sounds like a cliche to some of you. And if you kind of open to self-development, you're gonna probably, you're doing it like for last, I don't know, few years, so it's nothing surprising to you. But if you're here and you don't really know why you clicked on the video, and you say, oh my god, and another self-development mambo jumbo, I want you to see by this short video how important self-awareness is. And I'm using this word for lack of a better word, but self-awareness basically says it all. It says about you being aware or not about yourself. So I'm going to use the word that says exactly what it means. And let's just look into it. I think you're going to be surprised. So first of all, self-awareness, as I said, is ability to know, what you're made of, what makes you tick, what makes you happy, and what makes you sad in general. So first point I want you to look at is that you want to know what's your strengths. What are the things that makes you proud of yourself? And it's very simple situation, or very simple concept, because if in case of the situation like you're meeting, I don't know, Elon Musk, you're doing shopping, and then the guy comes in, and then out of nowhere just start talking to each other, or any other idol of yours, I don't know, maybe some sport person, business person, I don't know, make your pick. And then when they ask you a question, listen, we're having this good conversation, I like where this thing is going, I want to work with you, how can you help me, what are you good at? What are you gonna say then? Most of you probably, or most of us, would probably hesitate and well, for a young age I thought about, no. They ask you, what are you good at? What is the thing that you can help them with if they want to work with you? And you've got to understand that this high, the people who are achievers and this high performance people, they're not going to ask you twice. If you hesitate, it means that you're not sure. If you're not sure, there's nothing more to talk about, because they would know that this kind of hesitancy you'll bring to the workplace, or to whatever project they want to start with you. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you want to be able to shoot like from automatic gun. Just I'm good at A, B, C, D, and if they'll ask you, okay, can you prove it? You'll be able to say X, Y, Z. I've got proofs of this. This is the pictures I do. This is the music I create. This is my achievements. This is what I was able to do last year, and this are diplomas or certificates or whatever. You want to be able to be fluent in this. And even more, like Dan Pena always says, that you've got only one chance to make a good first impression, and it's by your look, and second, when you open your mouth. So that's going to be a hypothetical situation that probably not many of us will ever experience. But what if we're talking about the girl of your dreams? If she's going to ask you that, and you're going to hesitate, you know what I'm saying? So that's the whole point. The self-esteem is built on your knowledge, what you're great at. What are the things that you're like boss, like your master level, and then you got proof for that. If you have this and you're aware of it, then you're able to feel confident about yourself. And then whenever someone comes to you and asks you about this or that, you'll say, yep, I'm great at this. And that exactly, if you'll come to me and tell me or ask me, listen, we're doing a party or kind of conference, would you be okay to do photos because we just need a photographer? I'll tell you, you bet I do, because I know that I'm going to make great photos. The same thing if you ask me, are you able to prepare like a, I don't know, speech? We've got like 100 people in the room, and I would need something about let's say self-awareness. You bet I can. There'll be no hesitation from my side. Again, if you ask me, if there's, are you able to prepare something that we've got like 7-10 guys, and we would like to know something. How can we? I don't know, make our lives better, to understand our ladies more, make our, repair our families or something. You betcha I can. There's no hesitation at all about it. And then if you have this kind of energy you bring to the table, whenever you go, you bring this energy with you. Your presence, it's felt. And then people know that you're unique. People know that you're different. But this self-esteem and this self-confidence is based on you knowing that you're good at something and you can prove it. Point number 2. What are the things that you're bad at? What are the things that you're struggling with? If I don't know, if you want to be a sportsman, you know that you've got problems with your endurance, or I don't know, problem with your knees. You have to fix it to be good at what you want. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you need to know what are the things that you need to make progress in, or what are the things that you're struggling with. Like, I don't know, maybe you have issues with alcohol, and you know that you're gonna go to your friend's wedding in 2 weeks. What you gonna do when they tell you drink with me, and that's dangerous precedence. You don't want to do this, and they're gonna ask you, what you gonna do? So that's why you want to know what are the things that you need to understand, or need to have some kind of rules of engagement. What you're gonna do when this thing's gonna happen, because you know that you're struggling with it and you need to fix it. But again, there are some different things that you're really bad at. Like, you're bad at cooking, but you want to be a businessman. You'll have nothing to do with cooking. So why would I care? So then if someone asks me, are you able to cook? I say, nope, that's not my field of expertise. Never was, never will be. I don't care. I just left it alone. Forget about it. And then no one will have any other questions, because you know about it and you dismissed it. It's like, I'm not going to be good at it. I don't care. So you see, if you know what are things that you're struggling with, you're able to know what you have to do with them, and how you have to deal with them to kind of make progress, and not to have issues based on that, because sooner or later you're going to find yourself in a situation when you have to struggle and kind of overcome or fail with the things that you're not good at. And then point number 3, what are we supposed to do about it? And then again, as we said about negative things, you have to fix some of them. Some of them you have to just leave alone and completely, not care about them. But there are some things you can do, like build the protocols, like with this alcohol in a wedding. You have to say, no, I'm straight edge. I'm not touching alcohol because, I had some issues with that. But whenever someone asks me about alcohol, this is what I'm going to say. It's like, no, I'm not going to drink, but let me do something different for you. Let me sit down and eat the additional piece of this wedding cake with you, just to celebrate. Or let's do a photo together. I'm going to get all our guys. Whatever. Find your way to have a protocol that whatever happens, and you know that you're struggling with it, that you'll be able to go onto autopilot to fix this thing, or have this protocol to kind of deal with whatever happens. So it would not fall onto the ground, because I never really thought about what I'm gonna do, and then you will fail all the time, because you've got, this is your weakness. You know what I'm saying? But then what about positive things? What you're supposed to do about them? If you're good at something and you want to be a master at it, you have to give yourself permission to embrace it. And that's a very interesting thing, because the more you know about yourself, the more you see that you can handle this and that, and you're going to push yourself even harder. That's going to be like you pushing yourself to become even better. And many times it's just about giving yourself permission, because if you hesitate, if you're not allowing yourself to admit that you're good at it, you'll say, oh, why would I go to the music school, become even better, if I like to play my instrument, but I don't really know if I'm good at it. No, I'm great at it and I want to even better. So I'm gonna, the music school is like the best thing to kind of put it all together, have this whole theory behind it, and become really professional musician. So then you have to work on the negative things, you got to work on the positive things. And if you have this whole thing put together, and you know exactly what you're doing with positive things, what you're doing with the negative things, then when someone asks you, what you're doing, what you're good at, what are your passions, then you're able to say A, B, C, D, and this is my proof. This is how I do. I love to doing that, and then you were able to say so much about it. And if going to, I don't know, you want to get a new job, and they ask you, what are your three the most your negatives, and you say A, B, C, but this is what I'm doing, this is what I discovered, this is how I deal with it, so I'm getting better and better. So it's like, I know that I'm bad at it, but I was able to improve so much. And then they say, wow, it's like guy knows his stuff. If you're going to be this kind of person, you will be in a completely different planet. If you look at your friends, not many of them will have this self-confidence to be able to admit what they're good at, to admit what they're bad at, and do something about it. That's what brings this kind of high performance-ish personality in you. But you have to start with knowing yourself. And that's self-awareness. So this is what I want you to take from this video. If you want to be a guy who have guts to really stand for yourself and be proud of who you are and make progress in the things that you need to do progress in, you'll have to know about what's your strengths, what are your weaknesses, and what you're supposed to do about it. Because this whole thing is basically about knowing who is this guy that you see in a mirror and what you're supposed to do to be even more proud of him. Think about it and do something about it, because that's that simple. So basically, know thyself. If you like this video, like, share, comment. If you didn't, comment as well, give me a shout what you think about it. And if there's anything you want me to record about, give me a shout, I'll be glad to do it for you. That being said, see you tomorrow.